Hey man, let's talk about pros and cons, or let's talk about the pros of a relationship. Let's leave the negativity out of it. Let's talk about the pros of being in a relationship. And I know I was talking to somebody that was married, and he was saying one of the better things about being married is just for tax purposes. You know, so you always talking about being in a relationship and being in one roof. You know, you got two incomes. You know, two people that make $50,000 at least, that's a six-figure income. So that's one of the major reasons why people, is cohabitating, together, because inflation is so high. You know what I'm saying? You know, and when you had the pandemic, I don't know if that's what it was designed to do. A lot of people think it was designed to be a form of population control. But one thing it did was people didn't want to work. Guess what happened? Wages, they had to raise up the wages for people to go back to work. So anytime they raise up the wages significantly, guess what they're going to do? They're going to raise everything else up. So one of the things about being in a relationship is having dual incomes. And a lot of people are in a relationship just for financial purposes anyway. And everybody think that's a skeezer's game, where you got a lady that's dating an older man, or a lady that's dating a guy with money, or married a dude with money just because he got money. They just think it happened on that level, but it happens on a middle class, and it happens on a poor, I would just say middle class level. It happens on a middle class level. It really does. There's a lot of people that's living together, and that's stuck together. Is for financial purposes only. Now you got some people that they want to raise their kids in one household. So that's one of the main reasons, is for financial purposes. Somebody said, well, if you got your own money, you ain't got to worry, and that is true. But then again, when you got kids that's involved, you get to raise your kids under one roof. You ain't got to worry about Pookie, Ray, Daryl, Chad coming in and out your house. This is what guys don't think about. Even if you feel like, or women, even though if you feel like you done with your significant other or your partner, when she move on, that shit hurt. Or he move on, it hurt. Then you the toxic shit kick in. You kind of want them back, even though you really don't want them back. You just want them back because you can't have them. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, you don't got to worry about nobody stepping in and raising your kids. See, people don't think about that. And then when she bring a new dude around, now you want to come get involved. And a lot of times, before she bring that new dude around, that dude don't even want to be involved no more. But when a new person come around, now he want to be involved. Now he want to come back and see what's going on. Well, you should have kept that energy. Y'all should have stayed together if you wanted to know what was going on. Everybody think it's something better out there, and it could be. But 9 times out of 10, it ain't fun. Playing Russian roulette with y'all private areas, and these women and dudes got all types of stuff. They set you up, they shiesty and all that. So, another main thing is, it's sex. You got in-house sex, and people say, oh, it can get boring and all that type of stuff, and this, that, and the third, and but a lot of guys got to understand too, a lot of guys don't get sex on demand. Maybe only 10% of guys get sex on demand. That's outside of paying for it. That's what, outside of tricking, maybe 10%, maybe less than that, guys get sex. And then the great thing about the sex is that usually if you got somebody that's faithful, you can raw dog. You ain't got to worry about unexpected pregnancy, because they on the pill. Y'all know y'all got an agreement. So the ability to have raw sex with the presence of mind, that I don't have to worry about having a baby with somebody I don't know or don't want to be with. Or if they faithful and they 100, you ain't got to worry about unexpected STIs and diseases and shit neither. You ain't got to worry about that. You come in, you gonna get it in or whatever. And that's the difference, because, and also this is why it's important to marry somebody that actually like your ass, that actually love you and want to have sex with you. Complain when y'all don't have sex. Oh, they need to have sex. They need to touch you and all that. When you in relationships with people that actually like you and that's not there for alternative agendas or monetary reasons, and they like you for who you are as a person, you know what I'm saying? They're going to want to have sexual activity with you. When you with somebody that's with you because you got money or because of the cars you drive, the lifestyle, the status you got, it's a chore for them to have sex with you. When a woman see you, they know if they can't control it. They know they want to fuck you. They can't control it. The box start getting wet and all types of stuff. You know? And another benefit of, you know, being in a relationship with somebody is that y'all can build towards common goals. You know, y'all can build towards obviously raising a family. Y'all can build towards a real estate portfolio. Y'all can build to a retirement fund together. Y'all can build, you know, vacation funds together. You can do more. With the right person, you can do more. Now, the wrong person can be a financial hindrance. It can be. And most guys that get women they take care of is a financial hindrance. When the money gets slow and things slow up, and then it's conditional love. It's conditional. And another thing is, if you get sick, you got somebody right there. They say couples, people that's married and that's in relationships and that's couples, they tend to live longer because they encourage each other to go to the hospital. You got somebody checking up on your health. Especially a lot of black people don't take health serious. You know? So people that's in relationships tend to live longer. Y'all tend to build towards things. You tend to be able to raise your kids in one house. And it's not like the kids watching the kids. That's the thing about single parents. You got kids watching kids or other people watching your kids, and they're not going to get the same attention. That way you got somebody to stagger the shifts. You know what I'm saying? When the kid, you know, I drop the kids off, work the morning, you work the afternoon. When I get off, I can monitor the kids, and then, you know, you got somebody that got the kids' best interest all the way around. Nobody got the kids' best interest like the damn parents. Now you got people that you got a parent that can be there to support all the way around. If somebody gets sick, if somebody got to get picked up in school, somebody get in trouble, basketball games. When you got single parents, you know, that don't tend to happen as much. And then another great benefit too, especially if you got kids, your kids grow up knowing what a united front and a healthy relationship look like. That's very important when picking a significant other. This is why a lot of the guys go overseas and get submissive women, because they don't talk about this. Oh, they just going overseas just to buy pussy and all that. Nah, they going over there because them women are submissive, bro. Them women are groomed to be submissive. Them women are groomed to take care of their man. You hear about people, you know, that go to the military and get Asian women. Woman come home, massage you, cook for you, everything is done. A lot of American women, and it's not limited to black women either, a lot of them growing up in single parent households. So how do you know what a healthy relationship look like? I remember I was talking to a girl and she was like, you know, her son was younger. She was like, my son has never seen nobody love me or me be with somebody how to love. And that's very important. That's very important. How can a boy know how to treat a woman other than TV, which TV is ratchet as hell right now, if he never seen his mother get love, or he never seen his father love another woman on a consistent basis? How can a young girl know what it's like, what a man's responsibility is to her, if her father wasn't there on a day-to-day basis, or at least on a consistent basis? Or their parents didn't grow up? How do they know what a healthy marriage and a healthy relationship was if she never experienced that? Now, can you groom her to be like that? Some of them you can, but a lot of these kids got bitter mothers, very, very bitter mothers, and they all take the mother side because they don't want to know the father side. They just believe what the mama saying, what the Bible say is biblical. And then they get the daddy side of it, and then they be like, oh, I can't believe you. And the mama sit there and say some wild shit. That's what I'm trying to tell y'all. So you picking a woman, or you picking a boyfriend or whatever, you know, it helps to have two parents in their life, but it also helps for them to be, you know, their parents to be married, or them to know what a healthy relationship look like. How you know what something look like if you never experienced it? And that's huge in my opinion when it go for me, like taking a woman serious, especially her father being in her life. That's huge. Especially their parents being married, because they know, you could tell the difference in the conversation with women like that. You can tell they are naturally more submissive, you know, they're naturally, you know, easier to deal with. They know what the expectations are. They can show you some things and whatever. They easier to deal with. And a lot of times, them women don't last on the market for too long. They tend to be college educated, business orientated. Now, one thing they really don't get from that is, you know, money management, because women just naturally ain't good at managing money. But you know what? That's another conversation for another day. You know, but yeah, that's what I got. This is a subscriber from my main channel. You can check that out on YouTube, Goodfella TV. Request, he wanted me to speak on that, so I did. But yeah, that's one of the main things. You know, those are just a few things I could think of. I don't know if I'm gonna get to a con video anytime soon, but we could talk about the cons. And a lot of the cons is just tied to infidelity and not being able to have the right person you can trust. Because there's certain things in a relationship that can happen. You know, you deep in, they do some things that you don't agree with, right? And now you got to get yourself out that situation, you know. And like I was talking last night with somebody, I was saying, you know, it's hard, it's easy to get in a relationship, but it's hard to get out of a real serious relationship, y'all living together. You know, that's hard to get out them relationship. It ain't everybody saying, well, you know, she should just leave or he should just leave. It ain't never that simple. Listen to me, it ain't never that simple. You in a real relationship, not no high school shit, y'all just kicking it or whatever. You in a real relationship, you should just leave. It ain't. I know when people say that, they ain't experienced one before, and I had experience. It ain't that simple, bro. And when somebody mess up with a really good person, and they tend to do anything to get that person back. But hey, thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. Best way to support the channel is do those things. But if you want to financially support the channel, Cash App $CJ Good 313, Venmo CJ Good 313. Peace.